Thank you. Let me just say this about Jody. Spiral staircase. They always hate it when you do that. You spelled it. Oh, that's no good. Hello, everybody. Who of you were here last night for the song swap? Many, many, many. You all helped me through this. So this is sort of my voice a few hours later. Something happened when I showed up here. Something happened. A little froggy jumped on the middle of my voice. So I got this down here. I got this up here. But I got pretty much nothing in the middle. So I was thinking, when this happens, I usually go, I can fly like a bird in the sky. Ooh, I can buy anything money can buy. I can turn a river. See, I can do that now because I got the frog voice. So what does this mean to you this afternoon? What does it mean to me? It means I'm going to have to use all the professional ingenuity that I've ever been raised to have you have a good time with me this afternoon. So we're going to work with what we got. Yeah. Okay. Is this the worst day of my life? Is it the worst day of your life? No. Then let's talk about the worst day of somebody else's life. That's right, folks. This took place in the town of Worcester, Massachusetts. Anybody from Worcester? W-O-R-C-E-S-T-E-R, Worcester. Now, this is this guy. It was on Mother's Day. His wife was a nurse. She had to work on Mother's Day. That's a sin against nature. Everyone knows mothers work at home on Mother's Day. So this guy gets the big idea. And it's a good one because they have 2 kids. One's a 3-year-old little girl, and one's a 3-month-old little boy named Matthew. Named Matthew. Now, this is a true story, folks. I woke up on the day after Mother's Day, and there on the front page of the Boston Globe was a picture of the father in this story, sort of looking halfway between the horizon and the floor. But altogether, you say to yourself, that was a willingly posed for photograph. And keep that in mind as I tell you the story. Because he got the gifts in his wife's hands in front of her coworkers. It was a beautiful thing. And then he took the 2 kids down to the parking garage. And he got the 3-year-old girl right there in the car, but something happened. 3-month-old Matthew was somehow left in his little plastic baby bucket on top of the car. No. Before you seize upon the ugly possibilities, this is a folk song. Children cannot be harmed in folk music. It's the father we're after. Because he drove through the town of Worcester, Massachusetts with his kid on top of the car. And being Worcester, nobody thought anything was wrong with that. So he pulled out onto the middle lane of Interstate 290. It's true. Now, the thing that the little baby was in was called a Jerry glider. And so it was perfectly designed for this moment because little Matthew took off. He lifted up in the middle lane of Interstate 290, and somehow, miraculously, he sat perfectly upright in the middle lane of 290 on Mother's Day Sunday. Now, the guy driving behind them, clearly not a Massachusetts driver, stopped in plenty of time thinking he was just going to retrieve a plastic baby bucket from the middle lane of Interstate 290, but no, there were 2 little eyeballs looking back at him. So the father at this point, illustrating it perfectly what a friend of mine calls backward male logic, he realized that something was drastically wrong. He backed down the highway, drew applause from a lot of the drivers. He picked up his kid, who was perfectly fine, and at this point he was thinking clearly. He took him to a different hospital. And truly, Matthew was fine. He didn't even know anything was wrong. But somehow, somebody at the emergency room dropped a dime to the Boston Globe, because there, on the bottom fold of the Boston Globe on Monday, was a picture of this guy, as I said, willingly posing for this photograph. Oh, my God. So as a songwriter, what do you do with that? Your worst. Now it all went so well when we gave her the gifts. Is this even in the right key? That fateful Mother's Day. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's my key. I'm sorry. That's much better. Well, it all went so well when we gave her the gifts on that fateful Mother's Day. I got the strangest of feelings the moment I'd driven away. I checked for my wallet and my license, all the usual culprits I found. I was still feeling queasy, just a little uneasy, when I heard that horrible sound. Now it's the sound of the thunk of your trunk that tells you your keys are inside. It's the sound of retracting landing gears that reminds you you've left on your iron. I'm going to give you a couple of beats to think about that one. All right, you there? It's the tug on your bum of a big wad of gum that tells you you're in your best suit. It's the sound of hard plastic on hatchback Hyundai that tells you your kid's on the roof. All's well that ends well, my darling, my darling. But somehow I think you would know, you'd know. Especially with full network coverage and the front page of the Boston Globe. The Globe. I wasn't gonna tell you, my darling, but some things a mother should know. I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. Everybody! I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. Now, it could have been the Hellmans. It could have been our taxes. It could have been our color TV. Everybody's left something on the top of their car, usually not a sentient being. Now my little Matthew, he's my little guy. He never knew nothing was wrong. Daddy lets me fly when we go in the car. And that's why this guy wrote this song. All's well that ends well, my darling, my darling. And somehow I think you would know, you'd know. Especially with full network coverage and the front page of the Boston Globe. The Globe. I wasn't gonna tell you, my darling, but some things a mother should know. I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. Everybody! I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. I think that it's true what they tell you. Yes, I think Andy Warhol was right. I'll be living down my 15 minutes for the rest of my miscreant life. They could put me in prison. They could flay off my skin. But the one thing that makes me go cold, dramatic pause, in every love squabble for the rest of my life, she's got a permanent ace in the hole. All's well that ends well, my darling, my darling. Somehow I think you would know. Come on, you got to come through on this. You'd know, especially with full network coverage and the front page of the Boston Globe. The Globe wasn't gonna tell you, my darling, and some things a mother should know. Yes, I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. I dropped our Matthew like a sack of birdseed on Interstate 290. And it's a true story. Now, well, what would you do? Just kidding. All right, we'll give this a shot. I had planned a really just right in your face, fabulous, big voice show this afternoon. And you're just going to have to, if you've ever seen me before, just remember all those times. And just tell everybody around you that, oh, yes, he actually can sing. I wait for you. As you lie sleeping, I will not stop. Oh, headlights on the blacktop in the wee hours of my thing. Driving. When we first met, oh, how I must have seemed a young man in a boy's dream. No information, just desire, higher. It's a lonely romance. It's a desperate urge to put something beautiful in this world. And there are moments in a night's success when something rises from the emptiness, stirs the brave hope of a young desire. Higher. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. As you lie sleeping, I will not stop. Headlights in the blacktop, in the wee hours of my thing, driving. driving. You have shown me the equal and opposite force. Found girls who want to save the lost boys. They know that longest road is never done alone. They give them away back home. It's a lonely romance. It's a desperate urge to put something beautiful in this world. As you lie sleeping through the misting rain, high beams in the fast lane, in the wee hours of our thing, driving, in the wee hours of our thing, driving. That's Mark Dan on the bass. All right. I'm finding a way. Thank you very much. You guys are so great last night, and so were all the folks up here on stage singing with me. My gosh, Mary Goshen, Dan Navarro, and Chris Matthews, and they just supported me. Thank you. That was really fun. I mean, in a strange sort of way, but it was great. So let's see. I think I'm gonna go to the piano and play another song you don't know. All right? Just judging by my voice, so. This is the first time I have come to Falcon Ridge Folk Festival with a wife. My wife Diana is here. I don't know where she is, and she probably won't identify herself because she's not like that. She just wants to be she's a kind of a behind-the-scenes person, you know, like every musician needs, you know. So, but I wrote this for our wedding. And I think that this song is going to really apply to probably half of this audience, statistically, because this was not our first marriage. I'm just looking at the faces out there. So, yeah, but I wrote this. It's like anything you'd expect in the key of G. How's that? So there we were, and she'd only heard this once. You know, I was gonna just play it. Yeah. Sorry. I was just gonna go and not let her hear the song and just play it only in the service. But then I thought this could be big trouble. So I decided that I'd sing it for her once, and I did that. But no one else had heard this until I sang it at the wedding. And it's a sort of an unlikely beginning. Oh, I've made my mistakes. My mistakes have made me. But now I take my steps carefully. You've got your story. I've surely got mine. Between The two of us, we've done our time. But love has a way of erasing the past. Oh, love, look at me now, saving the best for last. A prince and a pauper, you know who I am. You got the heart of a lion, the soul of a lamb. Now we've both come so far, but never so near. Oh, I got the feeling we've never been here. But love has a way of erasing the past. Oh, love, look at you now, saving the best for last. You did not want to dance with me. You did not want to kiss me. You did not want me to stay. This, yes, has come a long way. This is our moment. This is our day. You make forever so easy to say. But love has a way of erasing the past. Oh, love, look at us now, saving the best for last. But love has a way of erasing the past. Oh, love, look at us now, saving the best for last. Saving the best for last. Saving the best for last. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And no one, oh, thank you. No one is more happy to have written that song than me, let me tell you. So when you get it right, it makes a big, big difference. Oh, okay, and I put my water tea behind me. Tea and water. Well, that was the key of G, and that I almost croaked my way through that one. So maybe I'll try another than that key. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I have to. I thank you so much. You have to listen to my heart today. Yeah, not so much to my my vocal cords, but hopefully the heart will carry. Thank you. All right. Now, hello, hello, hello. Maybe I can do that one. Hello, hello, hello. Another one in the key of G. So it's so great to be back and see you all and be singing for Faces and all sitting in the sun at Falcon Ridge and seeing all my old friends here and just feeling wonderful. And I wrote this song because God knows, you know, live streaming is nice and all that, but playing for the people is everything. So the concert exists. Doesn't just come from me. The concert floats in the air between us because you guys are as much this concert as I am. So I want you to turn to the person next to you or of the person of your choice and just go, hello, hello, hello. So good to see your smile. All right, that's all you can remember. That's it. And I'll sing the rest of it, okay? Now, I am from the Boston music scene. I lived in Boston for a long, long, long time, and I never thought I'd ever go back to where I came from, which is Richmond, Virginia. But love made me do it. And so this song is a little bit about that, how we find ourselves in surprising places, and then we realize that we just, it turned out for the better. So there's a little bit of that, and there's a little bit of life in here. And it has one of my favorite verses in it. So I reprised it from another song, but it says, so much has to happen between hello and goodbye. So here we are, folks. We're here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We got what we got, and just love it, because you never know. You never know. So is this like too hot for you? Are you just, okay. It might be too hot for me. Ooh, hey. That's it. Now I waded into the shadows of a warm September day. The sun slanted down on this little town like a friend from far away. Once I would not have been caught dead in a place like this, but I'm glad to be found here alive. Hard to explain it, I thought it, I became it. Now I'm late, but I finally arrived. So hello, hello, hello. So good to see your smile. I would not have made it all of this way without these good friends of mine. So hello, hello, hello. Been such a long, long time. Faces they are the moon and the stars of my September sky. Now why can't I walk in a straight line without going in circles, my friend? All around me, everything's moving beyond my approving, past where the sidewalk ends. Now it's more than a children's story, it's less than a hero's tale. It's just what you see, it's just you and me, filling in the details. So hello, hello, hello. So good to see your smile. I would not have made it all of this way without these good friends of mine. So hello, hello, hello. Been such a long, long time. And the faces, they are the moon and the stars of my September sky. This is where I like looking at Jody, because she's a dancer. No pressure. Come September, sleep so deep. Yellow lines on the freeway invade my sleep. There's something so warm and familiar when the shadows grow deep and long, like a stone thrown in a pool of memories. The ripples go on and on. And there are only 3 verses in a song, my friend. You're born, you live, and you die. much has to happen between hello and goodbye. So much has to happen between hello and goodbye. So hello, hello, hello. So good to see your smile. Oh, would not have made it all of this way without these good friends of mine. So hello, hello, hello. Been such a long, long time. My faces, they are the moon and the stars of my September sky. Your faces are the moon and the stars of my September sky. Your faces, they are the moon and the stars of my September sky. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man. Okay, I think I can sing this next song for you because this is I know, it just feels very intimate today. And I think maybe this is a lesson for me that, I don't need to come out with a big whole thing and lay it on you, that I can just talk to you and sing to you and that you will hear my heart and this will be okay. So, yeah, thank you. I was driving down the New Jersey Turnpike, and I had this horrifying thought. I think I had just heard a memorial service or something. Something put me in the mind of this, and I thought, if I die, the people who are going to be standing up telling about my life are probably my brothers. That can't happen. You do not want your family telling people who you were. So I decided that I would write a song that sort of like takes care of it. So they just, if that happens, okay, that's fine. But just don't let them speak. This is in B flat. And just play this song because each of us are composed of so much. We are each so full of so many lives that become, when you show up, you are history. You are your family's history. You are there and you are the representation of it. And then you put a new twist on it. So the idea came that if someone was painting a portrait of me, what would I tell them? If you paint me blue, cerulean September sky, there must be a yellow sun and something far and passing by. For I am made of all of this, a mother's love, a lover's kiss, my brother's pain, a dove, a fist, and more, and more. Above the sparkle of the sea, render me that distant thing, over hues of blues and greens, a glint of gold on fleeting wings. For I am made of all of this, a mother's love, a lover's kiss, my sister's struggle to persist, and more, and more than the hand that holds the broad brush strokes of destiny, more than you can fill in the rest of me. frame me with translucent time, a moment like no other. Paint how you will this life of mine, a melody in colors. For I am made of all of this, a mother's love, a lover's kiss, my brother's pain, a dove, a fist, my sister's struggle to persist, and more, and more. Yes, I am made of all of this, a mother's love, a lover's kiss, my father's gift, resist, resist, and more, and more. Right on, man. Thank you, thank you. I have like, what, a minute or two left? So, no, somebody just gave me 10, so that was before that song, so. All right, well, let's see. Oh, let's see what I got. I got 5. Okay, I'll take 3:10. How's that? So have a hand for Mark Dan, because he has been following me. We planned out, we met and we plotted and we planned, and then this happened, and I've done only 2 things he's even ever heard before. So what a musician. Mark Dan. Well, I learned as a child, there's 2 ways to see the world as it is and the way it could be. Some people say that's just not my problem. Some people do what must be done. Now they see the hole in the fabric that must be sewn. They see the wave blockaded and they roll back the stone. They see the day beyond the horizon and they do what must be done. Sing it if you know it. Some people do what must be done. Well, they do what must be done. They see the day beyond the horizon, and they do what must be done. Now, I've seen the toll taken, the tears that were shed. I've seen the journey started and the ripples spread. Still people say, well, that's just not my problem. Some people do what must be done. Oh, they see the hole in the fabric that must be sewn. They see the way blockaded and they roll back the stone. They see the day beyond the horizon and they do what must be done. Help me out. Some people do what must be done. Well, they do what must be done. They see the way beyond the horizon, and they do what must be done. Oh, one last time. Some people do what must be done. Well, they do what must be done. They see the way on that long road to freedom, and they do what must be done. Oh, they see the way on that long road to freedom, and they do what must be done. Oh, they see the way on that long road to freedom, and they do what must be done. Ooh. Thank you all so much. I'll be signing CDs at 2:15 over there. Thank you. Mark Dan.